Hey everyone, this is going to be pre-recorded. It is I don't know, somewhere around 12:30. Definitely, we are on the 19th. It is April 19th. Okay, so here is everyone that entered the chance to win the deck. Yeah, you tell them what's up. And we're gonna let Ezra pick. Okay, so I'm just gonna mix them up in front of you. Okay, wait. Let me finish mixing. Exactly.
You are going.
So you have one chance to win. To win the deck. I should probably have the camera facing him because he is talking with his hands and this boy's a ham. Y'all have no idea. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Only one.
Yeah. That one.
That one?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Melissa Rodriguez.
Yeah.
You say yay.
Yay.
You say you win.
Win.
Say congratulations.
Bye.
Congratulations, bye.
Bye.
Hey everyone, this is your reading for April 19th. The daily message for April 19th. It's general and it's not going to resonate with everyone. If you were the winner of the deck, congratulations. And you need to reach me at any of the 3 links below to give me a physical address. So let me know where to send the deck. Okay. And I will probably ship that out possibly tomorrow, but definitely by Monday. Providing you get me the information that quick. All right. So yeah. We're just going to jump right into it. And I normally don't do this part on camera, but I'm feeling the need to thank my guides, my guardians, my ancestors, but most of all, most importantly, my creator, but also any lesser deities that do choose to come forward and help me with these messages for you all today. This is not probably going to resonate with a whole lot of people because the messages are coming in weird. They're not weird for me, but probably weird for y'all. But anyways, I'm seeing a clock that ticks. For some of you, this may even be an eternal clock, and they're saying the 3 ticks of a divine divinity. The 3 ticks of divinity. You'll know when it ticks 3 times for the knowledge that you seek. And it won't be a fight. It clicks when it ticks. It clicks when it ticks. And I'm actually seeing, like clock, excuse me, clock wheels. So this may be something happening 3 times for y'all. This may be, you may be looking, the number 3 may have some significance, which has been coming up for a lot of people. Okay, so it's going to have something to do with letting go, and it completes something. And there's, okay, so I'm hearing like a space in a timeline or a gap. And this is something that someone is seeking. Yeah. So, okay, so someone needs to be honest with themselves or expect honesty from another person, but it's like 3, it's either going to happen 3 times or 3 o'clock, or maybe it's been going on for 3 years. It could be 3 o'clock though. It could be like 3 a.m., 3 p.m., maybe even 3:33, because I'm hearing like 3 clock, the 3rd clock, the 3rd tick. And again, this could be something internal. This could be like an internal clock or a sense of an internal time or something. It's definitely someone that's like looking for an answer though. Someone is maybe even waiting for a sign specifically. This is something that's been sought out. Yeah, it's of divine, and it's saying like it won't be an argument. It won't be a conflict. It ticks when it ticks. And I mean, tick tock, tick tock. Okay, individuality, 47. All right, 11. 3, High Priestess of Earth. And meditation, 25 is 7. And many of you are seeking out your individuality, like what makes me different. And this has been coming up a lot for people, like, who am I? But the way that it comes, it's like a person speaking inside from outside. I do not know how to relay that message in other words. Like, the best way I could put it is like the observer. Can I be the observer? I think it has to do with somebody realizing that, because this is happening for a number of people, and it's almost like people are realizing that they are, it's not just being removed from ego or not allowing the ego to run you, but that is part of it. But it's also being able to observe, like, outside of yourself, to be the observer of life, period. Not just of everyone else's life, but of your own as well. And I'm seeing like a big body of water, and I'm actually seeing like it's like energy floating over the water, looking at. So okay, so it has to do with reflection, and maybe even understanding that everything is a reflection of yourself. And I'm getting like, yes, we are all connected, but who is the I? Who is the I that I? And who is I? And that's been coming through strong, not for everyone, but for a large group of people. It's almost like, yes, we're all connected, but you're still very individual. Some of you may be having to balance or figure out something, like, where do you stand in the world by yourself as well as with the collective or even a group. This could also have to do with an organization or a job. Like, if you are trying to figure out how you stand out in a company, or what makes you an asset, or even in a romantic relationship, like what sets you apart from everyone else. And this is definitely so yeah, all of that's relevant, but this is definitely self versus self, because I feel like someone has truly been seeking clarity to do with their own life path, and their own purpose. Okay. And it's interesting that the High Priestess of Earth comes in, because seeing that being hover over a large body of water, yeah, it's like somebody's really trying to figure out the inner workings of this existence. Interesting. So it's like when you meditate, they're saying let it reflect to you, let it reflect back to you. And I'm hearing this is only a piece of the puzzle. Okay, rigid, again, a number 3 coming underneath a number 3. What am I telling you? There's something with 3s specifically. And what is on the other side? Are you bold enough to see? Are you bold enough to see? A reminder and denial. I feel like someone is going to get, well, okay. So there's something here with, someone's been searching for like past life type of answers. I'm hearing the true name, the true name, whatever that means for whoever that's for. But also someone's been in denial about a situation, and it's going to come like a slap in the face. Like, it's almost like if you've backtracked at all, you're about to get a reminder of your oath specifically. So this is going to be three-dimensional as well as, so I feel like I'm speaking to two very particular groups. I'm speaking to a very high vibrational group, and I'm speaking to a very low vibrational group. So if you have been stepping out on your relationship, or stepping out on your company, or stepping out on whatever your agreement was with whoever your agreement was with, and in denial about how that is going to affect things, you should be careful, because you're about to get a reminder of just exactly what your oath was and who it was to and what it was for. Okay, and then also, if you've been searching for answers through past lives and things like this, or who, I don't need to explain that one, because if you're resonating with this on a higher level, then I'm telling you, look at the water, let it reflect. And I don't think you're necessarily going to like the answer that you get. But they're saying it was part of you. It was part of you. I think you're going to find that you maybe were not the best person in a previous time. And it may look really ugly. But I'm hearing wow, oh my God, I just want to cry. I'm hearing you've already grieved for that life. You've already grieved for that life. And it's part of you. So there was something that you needed to do or experience. So don't be scared to face it. But I'm also, like, there's a message in that. So the message doesn't just fall with knowing what you are and who you were and what you did, okay? There's a bigger message to it. There's a bigger message to it. It's going to connect you to people. Look at all these high priestesses you have out here. The high priestess of water, the high priestess of earth, the high priestess of air. Okay, this is going to connect you to your group here. It will click. That's part of you. For some of you that are resonating with this on a higher level, that's the clock. Tick tock, tick tock. There's a timer. There's a timer. So let's see what we can get. I'm trying, y'all. I'm trying to like dumb it down. I really am, but it's getting harder to do that. It's getting harder to do that. The moon. All right, differences. Okay, so some of you have been in this moon energy trying to reconcile your differences. Also, many of you are starting to see the light and the dark. Okay, so for those of you that have quite a bit of communication with me and have been hearing alarms and waiting for alarms and timers and alert systems, the phone just rang and I had to cut the video, okay? And this has been happening. If you go back and watch the videos, you will see some sort of an interruption or an alarm, a knock, a click, a tick, a talk, a ring, in fucking every video where it hits a point. So this is important for you, for those of you that are, and if you think it's you and you're not sure, well, if it's you and you communicate with me on a somewhat regular basis, I'm pretty sure you'll know. Go back and there's going to be information there for you. There's going to be answers. okay? And it's almost like it's like connecting the dots. Every time the alarm has gone off, that's a piece, only a piece of the puzzle. For those of you that are not ready to go to the dark, just leave it alone, all right? Well, we'll take it up at a later date. Okay. Yeah, okay, so I had to cut the video because the phone rang again, another alarm. And then as I was fixing to tell you about the alarm, the bird across the hall, which sounds like a car alarm at times, went off. Okay, so back to here. In this moon energy, some of you have been seeing two sides of yourself, okay? The differences that are taking place within you, the light and the dark that's taking place within you, but also the differences between you and a person, you and a partner, you and a job, you and your child, the relationships that you hold, no matter what they are, platonic, family, romantic, business, doesn't matter. Excuse me. You're starting to see the differences. It's looks like it's coming through very solid. I'm seeing like some of you, there's hope for some of you to reconcile your differences if that's something that you wanted, especially, and it's family for some of you, specifically family. So that's going to be obviously anyone in your family, but anyone that you've been close enough to that you consider family, but also for the married ones that have children, and, you know, have been together for a long time and created a family together. Even if you're not married, that could probably, yeah, that's also related to you too. I'm saying like it's not a game, but you can be playful with it because it's also not so serious. For some of you, there's a message here that if you're able to work out these differences, you're so perfect, okay? There will be success here. You're so perfect because it's those differences that make you strong, okay? And what I'm seeing with that is like, because whatever one person possesses, the other doesn't. Especially for those of you on a business level, a business partnership. Especially if it's like a small business or a business, like a close-knit group, like, or even one that you've created or hope to create that has a family-like, tight-knit vibe, right? Again, that reminder coming in as the alarm goes. I don't know if the camera is catching that, but as that reminder card flies out, the bird across the hall sets off like an alarm. Okay, let's see if we can get something more not so abstract. I can't make any promises though. I'm telling you, it's getting harder to sift through. The sun coming out, beautiful, with the high priestess. So there's definitely, look, this is going to pertain to all of us. It's time to level up, okay? There is light shining on our divine nature, because this is something that I've been going through too with this channel. Speaking of channel, a lot of the information is channeled, and before it was like, you know, trying to meet people where they are is what I always try to do, but I feel like I'm not doing you a service by keeping you lower, by keeping you, I want to say dumb. I feel like I'm treating you like you're dumb, or like you're stupid, or like you can't handle the information, or like you can't process it. And they're actually showing me a processor, in a computer program, right? And it's like it's time to update the software, is what I'm hearing. And this is a challenge that I've been going through with myself, and like an argument and an inner conflict I've been having. It's like, I'm leveling up, and do I take them with me, or do I leave them behind? And how long can I stay here and deliver these messages in the way that I'm trying to do it? Because in the way that I'm trying to do it, to get as many people to understand as possible, it's actually keeping you in the dark, because a lot of the message gets lost with me trying to sift through and stop and filter and explain and interpret what comes through as it comes through, versus letting it flow. So there's a real message here for everyone to level up, and maybe we all just need to give each other the benefit of the doubt and have faith. Okay, so yet again, I had to cut the video right as I said, I don't even know. Last thing I said, I think, was having faith. And then there was a knock at the door. I feel like it's important for y'all to know that I do try my best to plan these videos at a time in the day where, like, no one is going to be asking anything of me or knocking on my door, or yeah, like, I think it's important to know that I time these at specific points of the day where there should be no interruptions other than my kid, you know. So yeah, another alarm went off and I had to cut the video again. So yeah, there's definitely messages coming through very strong for all of us to level up, and to let light shine on our highest self. There's a massive awakening going on, and I guess that's probably always been, like, there's always an awakening going on, but I just feel like there's something that shifted so heavy with this Queen of Swords here. I mean, it's there's so much communication coming in, and it's coming in raw, and it's coming in unfiltered, and it's very to the point, even as abstract as it may come in at times. You know, our subconscious a lot of times will speak through symbolism, and I think that's maybe one of the reasons people can't understand the extreme channeled messages. And I was talking to a part of what I believe is my soul tribe. Well, I don't believe, I'm completely convinced. And I was talking to her last night, and you know, I may start either another playlist or another channel for those specific messages for the ones that do want to follow the extreme channeled messages, but they're oftentimes trying to come out that way anyways. So there's that. All right, Six of Pentacles, again, it's about that energy exchange, right? That even Two of Swords piece underneath that High Priestess. You know, and maybe there's just something here that we need to accept, in that we need to make peace that not everybody can come along with us where we're going. You know? Death coming in. And I saw death several times in the pre-shuffle. You know, but I feel like there's a resistance from many of us still to level up. And I do feel like it has to do with not wanting to cut people out or not wanting to leave people behind. And that may be just something that we have to come to terms with. And then too, you know, just Scorpio energy period, in the energy that we're in. You know, as I stated yesterday, we'll be sliding into Scorpio energy actually here in a few hours. Okay. So yeah, I'm getting that we just need to be strong and go forward in this. Yeah, and stop avoiding the Tower moment. I mean, Scorpio coming out twice and both in the reverse position. You know, we just need to stay strong and go forward with that Six of Wands. And again, it's like not everybody's going to be able to come. We may take a fall from the public eye, but you know, and I'm seeing an eye shutting as to hide from someone. You know what? Maybe the shit that I have to say isn't for everyone's eyes. And you too, for those of you that are resonating with this piece of this, okay? Temperance coming out with the King of Pentacles. So for some of you, that's right back to that reconciliation, and this is falling in a for many of you, this is going to be reconciliation of your group, reconciliation of your tribe, and I'm hearing like ancient. They're saying it twice. Ancient, whatever that. Yeah, they're saying it twice. With the Three of Pentacles coming in with the Prince of Pentacles. Again, that's Ezrash. It's like you're not going to have to work hard at, I'm hearing, building the temple back up. With the Last Judgment and the Three of Cups. Groups are being resurrected. Groups are being resurrected. Some of you are having dreams. So there was a reason communication was stopped. However you're resonating with this message, there's a reason why you stopped communication with either your group or your person or whatever, okay? I'm seeing that you needed to see. There was something you needed to see. You needed to see that it wasn't working out, or that it was not moving. It couldn't move. It couldn't move. There was issues that needed to be sorted out, and only space could give that clarity, okay? But now it's time. Now it's time to come out. And there's, again, there's a strong emphasis on individuality. So it's almost like everyone had to separate to figure out who they are individual before they could come back to a group. Because, yeah, so everyone has their role. Everyone has a specific role. And as I'm saying this, I'm actually seeing a puzzle. So you know how when you go to do a puzzle, you dump it all out? So yet again, I had to cut the video as I say they're showing me the puzzle. The alarm sounded, okay? So I am telling you, I'm telling you, it's very real, okay? So yeah, they're showing me, just before I had to cut the camera, a puzzle. You know how when you dump a puzzle out of a box and the pieces are everywhere, right? And you have to sort through. Normally you find the edges first, right? And that's kind of what I'm seeing. But I'm not seeing anybody actually do the puzzle, but I am seeing the puzzle slowly come together, sort of like forming on its own. And I think that's what they mean by it won't be forced. Like, it won't be an argument. It will just click. It'll click. The wheels of the clock. So there's several interpretations, valid interpretations of the message that's coming through with the clock and the clock wheels. There's alarms going off. There's a timer going off. I'm hearing activate. And they're saying activated charcoal. So there's definitely something with energy. And you don't need, I'm hearing you don't need the charcoal. But there's also a message with the way that, you know how a clock wheel just fits, like it just kind of, it just does, I mean, perfect, you know? So there's a message in that too. And this is what sets us free, but it's also going to set us apart. It's also going to set us apart. And that is going to be a challenge for some of us because, and not everyone is going to go. And I'm hearing even the ones that belong, even the chosen, can be left behind. Well, that's free will, isn't it? That's free will. Oh, look at that. Only the strong survive. Not everyone can accept the offer. Not everyone will accept the offer. And that's just part of it. That's just part of it. I may split these videos. If I can get a message that I think will resonate with everyone, I may split it or cut it and load it separately, but this is just kind of the way the messages have been coming out. I mean, to the point where I almost don't even want to accept any more personal readings, and it's not because they're not 100% accurate, because believe me, they are. But if you're not able or willing to sift through and sit with and accept something on a just pure channeled level, it's a lot for people to understand, and it's a lot for me to have to do a 20 to 30 minute video and then go back and put it, run it through a program to get it ready to load for 20 minutes. So you're already sitting at an hour, and then getting it to load to send to you for another 20 minutes. So we're sitting at about an hour and a half, and then when you get the video, I have to sit down and interpret and break down frame by frame in layman's terms what that means. So now we're talking 2 to 3 hours of my time for $5 and $10, and I just can't. And I mean, and that's only with one person. And I bust out on a slow day 12 readings. I just can't. Ezra, stop. So there's a heavy responsibility for, I guess, and then this is a message on all levels, though, how to take it as it resonates, because there's a strong responsibility here for the three-dimensional house, the 3D house. So some of us don't want to leave the 3D behind, okay? And some of us, it's a challenge to have to either leave it behind or shift the way you perceive it, and even the way that it's perceived by others. Okay, but for others of you that are resonating with this on a very 3D level, there's a lot of responsibility on you to keep your house in order, okay? And it's been a challenge, and for many of you it feels like you may be breaking, like you just can't keep it up anymore. But again, you've got to change the way you're perceiving this. So no matter if you're resonating with this on a higher level or a lower level, 5 to, I'm going to say 8D, some of you, and then some of you totally 3D. It's pretty much the same thing. You're going to have to take a new approach and a new perspective in order to make this work. There will be things that you have to cut out. There will be sacrifices have to be made. And there will be a change in communication. Rest assured, the communication is coming in far different than it ever has. So you're either going to have to ignore it and stay in an argumentative state, stay in a challenging state, okay? Or you go with it, you level up, and you trust that whoever's supposed to make it to the other side does. There's a lot happening here that, if you turn away this, everybody wants this tree of life energy, right? Everybody wants the answers. That's everybody seeks answers. I mean, literally from the moment we can talk, we start asking questions. I mean, I know me. I was one of those why kids. My sister was one of those why kids. I got why kids. Why? And here it is. Here it is. So if you turn away from this wisdom, I mean, you asked for it. Here it is. Can you receive it? Can you receive it without conflict? Can you receive it for what it is? Are you ready? Are you ready? Some of you are, some of you aren't. Because there's a lot of loss happening. There's a lot. And you know, for those of you resonating on a specific 3D level, some of you know outright that you need to take the hit. You know that you're in toxic bonds, and you know what releasing them will do, and you know what holding on to them will do. And you will choose to hold on to them. Many of you are dealing with spouses and bosses that are just extremely toxic for you. This moon comes in, this whole year of moons, the eclipses, the full moons, the way everything is falling. This is an amazing opportunity to let the tower fall, okay? This is how we rise. I'm hearing, this is how we rise. And they're saying, it's an offer. It's a what is that? Honor. It's an honor. It's an honor. But it's a state of consciousness that you have to go. You have to choose. And you alone. So what value do you place on it? Is it worth it to you? And what's it worth to you? Look at all the palace cards that are out here. Some of you will choose to go cold to real love, to true meaning and true purpose. This is in your household. This is in your spiritual life. This is all the way around. Some of you are only comfortable in the conflict, okay? Some of you are so broken that you honestly don't know what it is to have peace. You find strength in the broken home. You find strength in the wrong path. Why would you find strength in the wrong path? What? That doesn't even make sense. Because it's convenient, because you've been there for so long, because you know the road. They're saying because you know the road, because you know the way. I'm seeing someone scared to turn off their GPS. Okay, so like someone is scared to follow a path that they're not familiar with. Okay. The Ace of Cups coming in reverse with the Two of Cups. Why? Why? With the Ten of Cups. There's divine partnerships, divine groups, divine friendships. It's just ultimately it's up to you, and how do you want to form your happiness. And if you're not ready, don't go. It's that simple. If you're not ready, don't go. However this is resonating with you, because it is your choice. And specifically, it is a choice of the mind. So no matter what your heart, your body, your desires, overall, it doesn't matter what's going on with you. It's the mind. It is your mind that makes the reality. It is your mind that makes the choice. because they're showing me the subconscious handed down. And I'm hearing, how thick is your wall? How thick is your wall? And even when you're alone, you're never alone. But do you know that? Do you know that? And I'm hearing yes. I'm hearing yes, you know that, but you don't believe that. And this is your choice. This is your choice. You can let the sun shine and you can be illuminated, or you can stay in the dark. This is free will. Do you want to accept the offer? And I'm hearing Holy Grail with the Ace of Pentacles. I'm going to end it there because I just don't even know that anyone's going to be able to follow this. So, yeah, I love you all so much, and I'll see you next time.